It can be tough to find that perfect RV. And when you do find it, of course, you'd like to figure out if it's really going to work for you. In this video, there are 4 redneck tests that everyone should be doing to make sure that they got the RV that they want. Okay, so you found a couple different RVs you really like. They both have the perfect floor plan, let's say, all the different amenities. And you're like, which one should I choose? Now, the first test you're going to be doing is called the sit on it test. And this is where you go in to your spot right here. That is the throne. You go into the throne area, right? And you ask yourself, will this work for me? Now, I know some of you are like, wait, what? But the toilet is one of those things that you're going to use all the time, especially if you're full-timing. Some toilets, like this one right here, might be a little tight for you. But the only way you're really going to know is if you sit on it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how close that is to the bowl? I would find that pretty uncomfortable. And also, there's just not a lot of space around here. See, although I could make that toilet work, it's not going to be that comfortable. And the only way you're going to really know is by sitting on the toilet and just messing around a little bit. Not in actuality, but just pretend like you're doing your business and you had to get the toilet paper and all that kind of stuff. Is it going to be a situation where you're just going to be so frustrated every time you go to the bathroom? Because if it is, it might be a mark against that RV. And if you're trying to decide between 2 RVs, it could be the one mark that makes the difference. Now, the next one in the lineup of tests is called the spin around. You're going to be going to your shower. Okay, here's your shower stall, right? That's your shower stall area. And you've got a nice skylight. Now, this whole situation is particularly helpful if you're really tall. I'm only 5'10", 5'11", depends on the day. And so I'm not going to really have a problem. But if I were like 6'5", you know, it might be one of those testing things. But you're going to stand in here and kind of, twirl yourself around to see if this works for you. Like, are you going to be able to, easily, like, I'm going to have this, I don't know, for me, I feel claustrophobic right now. Just shutting this thing right now. I guess I'm going to have to, like, take a shower sideways, I guess, right? It just doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I see why they do what they do, and I can see where, you kind of, if you're okay with a sideways shower, I guess this could work. But if I was just going this way, I mean, I'm not, oh God. Let's just say, I gotta get out of here. Jeez Louise. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Let's just say that shower is not going to work for me. I do not like that shower. That shower, I closed the door and I was immediately feeling very, very claustrophobic. I do not like that shower. So, and I wouldn't know that I didn't like that shower until I got in it and realized when I shut the door on that thing how much I didn't want to be in that shower at all. Do not like it. Would not use that shower. Okay? So that's one of the things you'll want to do is step in the shower, twirl around, pretend like you're taking a shower, and do you have enough room to do stuff? Some of these showers are like just not going to work for you, and you want to know that. Again, it's one of those things. If you're deciding between a couple different RVs, it can be helpful to do that because then that's a mark against the other RV. There's the third test. And this is where you're going to basically sit and play. Now, let me show you what I mean on this one. Flip this around. Here's your nice dinette area, right? And this is where you're going to sit and play cards and whatnot, right? Okay, but you have to ask yourself, like, is sitting here in this dinette area, is it really going to be that comfortable, right? Are you going to be able to sit here and play cards comfortably? Like, right now, I'm leaning back against the dinette pillows right here. And, I have to say, it's not very comfortable. I really don't find many of these dinettes comfortable. And so, I really couldn't sit here for very long playing cards or anything like that. And so, my choices, if I could have a dinette, I like the horseshoe because I can lean back against the wall more easily and sit longer. It's just, these are always uncomfortable. This is a dinette in my own RV that I have, and I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just, sorry. My dinette and I, we've had our bouts. In fact, so much so that I took out both of the dinette areas. I tore out one section of it, and I got this really nice leather chair, and I put it in place so that I was sitting there, and I'm totally comfortable with that chair, and I don't care for the dinette as it stood. I sacrificed the storage beneath it, which I found the storage to be subpar anyway. It was a pull-out drawer that didn't hold that much. It just was taking up too much space with the drawer itself. It's just ridiculous. I took those same items, I put them in a little container, and I was able to stuff them elsewhere. And then put in that comfortable chair that I really like. So, it was a modification I was willing to do. But if you don't have to modify like that, I figured, why? Why not? Why modify if you don't have to? Really, you don't want to. You want to modify it the least amount possible. I mean, I've tore apart my rig. I've modified it to my heart's content because really, reselling that thing, probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. I don't care. I made it the way I want it. I'm going to use it until I'm done with it. But, in general, a lot of people like to resell their RVs. So it's better if you don't modify what's there and you use the existing and maybe move things around. So you want to see if the dinette's comfortable. And dinettes usually, I find, are not that comfortable. However, you can ask yourself, could I get rid of the cushions that are there and modify the cushions to make it more comfortable? You know, is it something that could work for me? Or do I want to have that, you know, horseshoe dinette or whatever? You really want to sit in it and see if you can play cards and feel comfortable. So that's the third test and the Redneck test for an RV. And the number 4 in the Redneck test, have you guessed what it might be yet? The number 4 in the Redneck test is called the lay-in rest. As you could have guessed, the lay-in rest has to do with the bed. Now, in this particular RV, fortunately, I think the bed area has lots of room around it. And so this bed area probably will work fine, but I'm going to switch to a different RV, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of there not being enough space and you're feeling like you're in a stupid coffin. But I'm not going to reveal which RV this is that I'm going into because I don't want anybody to think it's a bad RV. There's a lot of benefits to it. I'm just going to highlight this particular part of the RV. So, give me a second. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the bed being claustrophobic. In fact, you can have it where you like everything on the RV and then you lay down and your feet are hanging over the end of the bed. That's not going to work, right? If you're too long for the bed, how is that ever going to be comfortable, right? And when you're that tall, it can be really hard. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back, right? Let me show you this bed that I'm talking about. And I think you'll kind of get right off the bat why I find this particular bed to be a bit claustrophobic. Do you see this wall right here? Do you see this wall? Do you see where the bed is? The bed is right up against the wall. Right up against the wall. Now, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, okay, this wall, these doors on either side shut, I'm going to feel totally claustrophobic. I'm going to feel like, okay, I need some space on this bed. Now, that really bugs me. It might not bug you, but it really bugs me. So you have to know, can you lay on this bed without feeling like your feet are, hanging off the end, or that you feel like when you shut the door, you're in this coffin space. There are some tiny, I don't know why, but there are some RVs that have very tight and cramped bed areas. Maybe you're okay with that because it makes it so other areas are perfectly fine. Like, for example, in this particular RV, check this out. It has a very nice horseshoe dinette, right? Now, I could feel pretty darn comfortable, right, in this dinette. This dinette, the bed wouldn't work for me, but this dinette could totally work for me. I could be comfortable within this dinette. The bed would make me feel not so good, but the dinette, yes, please, right? I could totally go for this. This is like I can hang out here all day long, right? play cards and whatever. So, you know, there's trade-offs. And this one actually has a fireplace. You know, there's all kinds of little things. But those are the 4 redneck tests that you'll want to do on when you get down to choosing, you know, between RVs, or you're thinking about RVs. Just do a little test, okay, and see what you think. These 4 redneck tests that you do on an RV are going to help end a lot of frustration down the line, and you're going to be much happier if you do these than if you don't. Now, if you like this video, you're definitely going to like this other one. It's going to help you decide, again, on an RV that you can basically use for a sabbatical. Sure, you can go camping in pretty much any kind of rig, right? But when you're using it for an RV sabbatical, which is kind of like almost full timing in it, you know, then you're going to need a little bit more out of your RV. And that's why I'm doing all these different videos. So if you like this video, be sure to click the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.